Ventura County was born in 1873 after splitting off from neighboring Santa Barbara County. From the very beginning, Ventura County had a superintendent of schools. Professor F.S.S. Buckman was the first person to hold the post, earning him a salary of $300 a month.
A lot of people don't realize this, but the county superintendents originally ran all the schools in the county until the cities created their own districts. The county superintendent decided who became a teacher, how much they got paid, built the buildings for them, decided who got to go on to high school, because not everyone went on to high school.
But Ventura County's growing cities did start creating their own school districts, a lot of them. These historic maps show tiny school districts like Mound, Saticoy, and Santa Susana that no longer exist, and others like Santa Paula, Oxnard, and Rio that are still around. Over the years, smaller districts merged together, sometimes with encouragement from the state. It eventually led to the unified districts we have today.
Back in the day, they actually got a lot of money for helping one-room schoolhouses combine with others. So I worked in Fillmore starting in '73. They had just unified in '68, I think it was, and they closed a whole bunch of schools. And you can still see some of them on Highway 126. They're right off the highway. There's some in Bardesdale that are now homes. Santa Clara and Mupu are the two single school districts that are vestiges of the past. And especially Santa Clara is a building of the past as well.
Let's twist again, like we did last summer. Yeah, let's twist again, like we did last year.
The 1950s saw the creation of a Ventura County Board of Education that was elected by voters. It was also the start of a huge population boom. In 1950, the county was home to about 100,000 people, but by 1990, that number had grown to nearly 700,000. When did you become superintendent?
I became county superintendent in 1993.
Tell us a little bit about the old building, because VCOE at the time was based in downtown Ventura.
It was. We were in downtown, on Main Street in downtown Ventura, where the movie theaters are right now. It was a very small building, and it limited the number of people that could work in the office, and there was no parking, and it was just really a difficult place to be. So one of the tasks I had from my predecessor was to find a new building for us. One of the things we did was we looked at trying to provide a location for the County Office of Education that was more the demographic center of the county. So we started looking in Camarillo and also in North Oxnard.
And how did the staff react when they moved in here?
Everybody was so excited that we actually had room to have our individual offices and things like that. Our person who was in charge of facilities then wouldn't let anything be put up on the walls, which was kind of hilarious. We couldn't put a nail in the wall. She was so proud of having got this whole thing going that she wanted to make sure it never got messed up. So I think it's been a good location, and I think we've grown as a county office as a result of it. And by the way, when I came here, it wasn't the county office. It was the County Superintendent of Schools office. And so this is the last building that has that name on it, on the corner of the building, County Superintendent of Schools. We changed the name in the late 90s, I believe.
By the early 2000s, VCOE had greatly expanded the professional development services it offered to school districts. It was becoming clear that the old conference center at the Camarillo Airport, a former military commissary, was no longer up to the task. That's when the idea for a brand new conference center picked up steam.
There was no big enough rooms in this county for anybody to use. So that's why you see that large room that, 3 rooms open up to the large room, because it's absolutely necessary in this county. There's no affordable large places to meet.
The building also provided a new home for the Ventura County SELPA, which had been created in 1980 to better meet the needs of students with disabilities. The 2000s also saw the opening of Providence School at the Juvenile Justice Complex and Triton Academy to serve students with autism. When Triton lost the rights to its original location, it moved to a temporary campus at the Camarillo Airport.
Hi, everybody!
But even bigger things were in store for the school.
This 2.2 acres was always committed to be an educational facility, a place for children.
Construction of the new Mary Samples Center began in 2018 and finished 2 years later. The new building gave Triton Academy a permanent home and provided much-needed office space for the special education department. And how did you feel seeing these building projects come to fruition while you were superintendent?
Well, it wasn't the building so much, and I've said this on many an occasion. It's when the doors open and the students and the staff come in, and it begins to be used as a living entity and serving the people and the communities.
But just as the new building was being completed, the world was facing a threat that would touch all of our lives.
I have today declared that the coronavirus presents a public health emergency in the United States.
VCOE and Ventura County school districts met the challenge head on, quickly shifting to distance learning when classrooms closed, providing support and technology to thousands of homebound students, and ensuring continued access to school meals. When the COVID vaccine arrived, Dr. Cesar Morales, who was then deputy superintendent, made sure Ventura County educators were among the first in line.
And we are on track to provide the first dose of vaccines to every school employee in Ventura County by the end of this month.
The effort got noticed at the highest levels of state government.
Having been all across this state over the course of the last many weeks, seen vaccination sites, large and small, I'm impressed. Ventura County, job well done.
As the pandemic began to subside and schools welcomed students back to class, VCOE was in the news again.
The Ventura County school system has a new superintendent, and he's making history.
Y por primera vez en más de 100 años, el condado Ventura en California tiene un superintendente escolar de origen latino. Sus padres emigraron de México para trabajar el campo en ese estado y lograron que sus 4 hijos se graduaran en la universidad.
But I want to remind everyone that I stand on the shoulders of giants that came before me. I stand on the shoulders of people who came to this country with a dream for a better life.
Ventura County has changed a lot over the past 150 years, and our public school system is evolving along with it. One example is the increasing number of women in leadership roles.
When I first came here, as I said, the superintendents were all men. And I see more opportunities for more people.
From its humble beginnings in 1873, VCOE has grown to play a vital role in fulfilling the promise of public education in Ventura County. We celebrate the diversity of our communities and work to ensure that everyone feels included in our schools. We know that all children deserve the chance to overcome life's obstacles.
Please move your tassels.
And reach their full potential. We set the stage for learning in the earliest years and help older students prepare for rewarding careers. We support our fellow educators throughout the county so they can best serve their students. We work to keep children safe and healthy, and we never forget that learning can be joyful and fun.
A special thank you to each and every one of you for investing in our children by working and being part of the VCOE family. Our students need us. They need every ounce of intellect, passion, and dedication that we can bring to the table to give our students the best shot of being the best they can be. And I want to thank each and every one of you here at VCOE for giving it your all every day.
As VCOE celebrates 150 years of service, we reaffirm our commitment to providing access to a quality education for every student in Ventura County.